morning and welcome back into the one and the only AM show. Judea Hartley here. All right, folks, I am super stoked for today's incredible, talented, beautiful, creative guest that Nadine and I tease at the very tip top of the show. She is a writer. She is an entertainer, a performer, darling. She is a singer, a musician, just all of the things. Without further ado, would you stand to your feet and infuse your enthusiasm for my new friend, Miss Cydney McQuillan-Grace. Cydney girl. Yes.
I need a cup of coffee to catch up with you. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Right. I love it. I'll be that extra dose of energy. You gotta come bubbly, especially. Yes, right. It's energy.
Yes.
It really transfers. You're so right about that. But I am so excited every morning, but especially when we have super talented guests like yourself. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, we're so excited to have you. We know that you are so busy being a superstar, being the superstar that you are. So I never, ever take it for granted when wonderful people like yourself really carve out time from their schedule to come and chat with us this morning. So I'm grateful. So, Cydney, I want to get right into the meat of this sandwich. Now, I've had the pleasure of knowing you virtually. We've been chit-chatting just a bit on Instagram through our DMs, and then of course we got the opportunity to actually text and get to know each other a little bit more, but I've had the time to scrub your socials, and you are an icon in the making. You really, really are. I love your voice. So with all of that being said, I want to go back to the genesis of this entire journey. When did you realize you really had a passion for singing?
Goodness. Very early on, I think I started, as most people who come on here who are singers, I'm sure answer, they were singing before they could even start talking, you know? I would be in the back of the car just singing along with the radio. I grew up in a very, performance art kind of based family. My dad is a beautiful singer. My mom is an artist as well. And my brother and my sister are performers as well.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. So I kind of came by it honest. And I had my first actual solo, I think when I was in 6th grade. I was absolutely terrified, but when I got up on the stage, the lights were just so blinding, and it kind of felt like it was my own little world. And I just had such a magical experience, and I didn't even really realize that people were there until they started clapping after. And I thought, wow, this is really exciting. This is really great. If I could do this, how fun would that be?
Oh my God, I love that. Okay, wait a minute. So 6th grade is when the bug really bit you.
Yes, it did.
Did you remember what song you sung?
I actually do. I'm actually singing it. I have a performance coming up. Next week I'm flying to North Dakota.
Wow.
And I'm going to be performing with the Bismarck Mandan Symphony Orchestra.
Oh my God.
So exciting. And we're going to be singing this song. So it's called I'll Be Home for Christmas. I'm sure you know it. Classic Christmas tune.
Classic.
And that song was just kind of legendary in my family. My grandfather was in the Navy. And when he was, stationed abroad, and we're just out somewhere on a boat. I don't know exactly where he was, but he'd hear that song. He was away. I can't believe we're talking about this. This is hilarious, by the way. He would hear that song and he would think about my grandmother. So then to have that story have been told to me so many times, and then that be the first song that I had as a solo ever, it was just a really beautiful, kind of a heartfelt moment.
Wow, wait, I love that. I love that so much because yes, when you have a talent like you do, when you have talent like that, the inception of it usually is when you're younger. Yeah. Okay, so you're in 6th grade, you're telling everybody, Cydney, I'll be home for Christmas. I mean, I'm just saying, girl, you are singing your lungs out. I know that you must have like really launched like a rocket from there. Take us throughout that journey. What did your mother say to you when she heard you sing that solo? Yeah. What was your next performance like as you got older? Yeah. Really just take us there.
Oh, goodness. I mean, from there, I think it was pretty obvious that, you know, I had some amount of discernible talent. My family was just really excited and really surprised. They were, you know, crying, obviously. Yeah. And then they were very supportive. I got to do a lot of community theater growing up with my family. My dad would also be in the shows. We did Wizard of Oz with my dad and my sister and I. And
explain to our viewership what is community theater.
Oh,
I love that.
Community theater is great. It's for people in your community who want to put together a play or a musical. And so it was great. It really gave me a lot of confidence growing up. I found a lot of my own self-worth growing up. You know, especially when you're a teenager, you know, there's a lot of insecurity there. Yeah. And I found my way through performing. And then after I did a lot of community theater, I got my first taste at, I guess, something bigger. I was in a national tour. Yes, which was kind of a big deal when I was 13, and I did that for a while.
What was that experience like?
It was really fun. It was a show called Oliver, and it was just, I got paid for it. I mean, that was crazy. I never expected that, and it was a professional cast, and it was, you know, this really big theater in Connecticut, which is where I grew up.
Wow.
And, yeah.
That's incredible. Wait, that's incredible. Yeah. And from like because I'm thinking of 6th grade Cydney.
Oh yeah.
6th grade Cydney going into community theater, from community theater going into a national tour where you were actually paid for your talent, and then going even to sing for orchestras and being a part of symphonies. So speaking of that, I understand that you were a featured vocalist, honey, for the Tina Turner and Prince tribute. Yeah. So you got to tell us all about that. How incredible.
It was pretty phenomenal. I mean, honestly, what a dream come true. I'm still glowing about it. There's just nothing like having a orchestra behind you. Yeah. This sound, and just you feel it just going through your bones.
Yeah. Tell us when this was. What kind of school or what orchestra were you a part of?
Sure.
I want to hear a little bit more about that because Tina Turner and Prince are icons.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we did the show in Minnesota, and that was, you know, even a little bit more pressure because Prince is from there. Yeah,
I get that. Yeah.
So, you know, definitely felt the heat with that. But no, it was a fantastic opportunity. They're a professional orchestra headed by conductor Beverly Everett. And it was just a dream come true. And it made it even sweeter that I got to sing with my partner, Michael Cartwright, who you're also going to see sing today. He's going to be singing with me.
Wow. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Okay, so Cydney, you have to tell us, because I've heard your voice. I've had the pleasure of hearing your voice. You can really sing, very talented. How would you describe your genre of music to folks who may not be musically inclined? Because I know that it's like pop and funk and jazz. I love all of it. Tell me how you came up with that conglomerate.
Oh my goodness. Because I've sung with so many different bands at this point in my career and really had my hand in so many different styles of music, I wanted to make sure that when I was putting this project together, my original project, that I, you know, found a soundscape that really felt like me. So yeah, it is a little bit of kind of everything. The 2 songs that you're going to hear today, which are actually going to be my next 2 single releases. Really excited about
incredible.
it. These are a little bit more, I would say, kind of singer-songwritery. But most of the music that's out on Spotify right now, and all streaming platforms, there is definitely kind of like an electronic pop, funk,
so, yeah.
R&B. She's giving a little bit of everything.
I love it. I heard some soul in there.
Yes, we have a little bit of soul.
Yes.
You know, we try to keep up, but
I love it. I love it. I'm just curious, for someone who is that talented, what is your creative process like?
Yeah, when I, again, was going into this, just so you know, I've done backing vocals for a really long time for a bunch of artists. I've done a lot of cover bands, but in the pandemic, when things slowed down, I'd always been kind of afraid to put out my own project. And I just dug into it and wanted to make sure that what I was putting out felt kind of like a roadmap of my life and where I was at. So if I could go back and listen to a song, I would know exactly the moment that I was in, you know, and exactly, you know, the time period. So yeah, my process is really just coming up with, I usually start with lyrics. I always start with, you know, a feeling, and then I kind of expand upon that. And it's important to me that, you know, I work with producers and I work with musicians that understand the feeling that I'm trying to convey.
Yeah, because you're essentially telling a story, and you were able to tell that story in more than 9 countries.
Oh, yeah.
In more than, I mean, the UK and abroad, more than 9 countries. I want you to briefly tell us, what was one of your favorite experiences like when you were singing overseas?
Oh my goodness, I have so many. I played a festival with a group called the Primavera Festival in Spain, in Barcelona. It was amazing because we performed on like the same stages that some of my absolute favorite artists performed on. I mean, we performed earlier in the day, but then we got to go and see, you know, Lizzo, and we got to go see Miley Cyrus, and we got to see FKA Twigs, and we got to see just so many different artists that were so inspiring, and it was such a beautiful festival of music. It was so inspiring to be around.
You're absolutely right. When you travel overseas, especially when you're with people who you love or people who you can musically jam with, it is an experience like none other. So I'm so glad that you were able to have that, so you can come back and share that. All right, so Cydney, I know I only have about 2 more minutes or so with you. So I want to ask you some fireside questions. And I want to see if you can answer in 1 word or 1 sentence. Are you ready? One word or 1 sentence.
Okay.
How do you prepare for a performance?
I warm up and usually drink tea.
Tea. What is a no-no for singers?
Don't ever smoke. Don't do it.
Ah, that's so good. And no dairy.
No,
Dairy is not good as well. Okay, how can we improve our tone?
Go to a vocal teacher. Go to a vocal teacher who specializes in style, and they'll really be able to work with you if you want to lower your vibrato, or if you want to try, you know, emulating the style of somebody else, or, you know, like they'll really work with you to find what's special about your voice.
How often should we rehearse?
As often as you can. Every day. It's a muscle. Your voice is a muscle. So you want to make sure that you're keeping it worked out.
What's the most satisfying feeling when you connect with the crowd?
Feeling a oneness.
Yeah, oh my God, I love that, girl. Okay, you gotta tell us what passion projects you have coming up. What's your next performance so our folks can go and watch and support you?
Yes, well, Like I said earlier, both of the songs that we're going to be singing today, are my next 2 single releases. So you're getting like hot off the presses.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, you're getting the little peek, the little teaser taste of these tunes, which is great. And the next performances that I have. Flying on Monday to North Dakota, and we're performing with the symphony, which is going to be great. And then I'm doing a little Christmas tour, but then I'll be back again in New York in January. So.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Wait a minute, so you're defrosting like Mariah.
Yeah.
I love it. Wait, when does your Christmas tour begin?
Sometime in November 20 something. I can't remember.
And you come back in January.
And then I come back in January.
What a blessing it is to be doing what you were called to do full time. What a blessing it is to be doing what you're so good at and being able to get compensated for it and really just meet fantastic people and connect with various audiences. I am excited to see what your future holds. You guys, I want you guys to stick and stay because Cydney is actually going to be performing alongside her band 2 of her hit original songs. I promise you, you want to grab a snack and come right back. You don't want to miss this because we are going to hear this angelic, beautiful, talented voice right after these messages. Keep it locked, everybody. It's the AM Show. Everybody, welcome back into the AM Show. That's right, y'all. This is our special guest for this morning. Welcome back to the show, the beautiful Cydney McQuillan-Grace. And of course, you guys, we have 2 talented brothers, right? Of course, Michael and Mark, who play the trumpet and the electronic guitar. I am so excited, you guys. We were just in sound check, and Cydney was blowing me away. So wherever you are, would you infuse your enthusiasm? Stand to your feet, if you will. Get excited. Put your hands together as Cydney performs her first hit original single entitled Butterflies.
But I still jump in your fire. You burn me, but it's so inviting. You're carefree and careless, but I'm so reckless. So I'll go where you go, guard down, defenseless, and there's skin on skin. It feels like honey, and there's skin on skin. It feels like honey. You still give me butterflies. You still give me butterflies. Hands up, surrender. This love won't contain us. The imprints that we left, they bind us, they break us. But there's skin on skin. It feels like honey, and there's skin on skin. It feels like honey. You still give me butterflies.
the melody. Oh my God. What was the inspiration behind that song, Butterflies?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I heard another artist named Hosier had a song that was out in a similar time signature, and I thought, this is different, so let me try writing in this style.
My God.
And yeah.
When I tell you, I just escaped, Cydney. Like your voice and of course the melodies and the accompaniment, it just makes you really go to another place. And that's what music is supposed to do.
Exactly.
It's supposed to serve as a universal language, and it's like, it's escapism, essentially. Just let me think of something else right now, and that's what your melody did in your beautiful, soulful voice. I love it. Well, you guys, we have one more treat for you. Would you please, again, show your love for Cydney as she performs her second smash hit single entitled Turn the Light On.
Oh yeah, leave the light on.
Take you places you've never been, and baby, I don't you wanna know what's on my mind? Don't you wanna know what's on my mind? Just take my hand, yeah, 'cause I need my man, yeah. Don't overcomplicate it. Just come and take it, baby. Come a little bit closer. Leave the light on. You don't need to wine and dine me. You just gotta satisfy me. Come a little bit closer. Leave the light on. Show me now how you're feeling about this love. And tell me now. I got to let you know what's on my mind. I got to let you know what's on my mind. Just take my hand. Oh yeah. Show me you can. Don't overcomplicate it. Just come and take it, baby. Come a little bit closer. Leave the light on. Don't need to wine and dine me. Just gotta satisfy me. Come a little bit closer. Leave the light on. I'm tired of always dreaming on my own. And I've spent so much time waiting, but now that we're here, let's take it slow. Don't overcomplicate it. Just come and take it, baby. Come a little bit closer. Leave the light on. You don't need to wine and dine me. You just gotta satisfy me. Come a little bit closer. Leave the light on. Oh yeah. Leave the light on. Baby, you can. Leave the light on. Ooh, leave the light on. Oh, yeah. Leave the light on.
overcomplicate.
Yes.
Just and walk away. Come a little bit closer. Leave the light on.
Come on! She's hot!
Don't overcomplicate it. Just come a little bit closer. Leave the light on. Yes! Yes, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so Cydney, you have to tell our brothers and sisters where they can follow and find you on social media.
Yes, please follow me on Instagram at Cydney McQuillan. I think it's going to be below on this screen right here, yes. And then you could follow me on my website. You could follow me on Facebook as well. All of my music is out on every streaming platform. Yes, please message me. I would love to get to know you.
I love it. All right, y'all, we are going to take a quick commercial break. But one more time, show your love for Cydney McQuillan-Grace. And we're going to try not to overcomplicate. Just turn and walk. Oh, I love it. Right. Come a little bit closer. Leave